Hey, my name is Steve, and I am an NRA certified firearms instructor and Chief Range Safety Officer. I'd like to talk to you a little bit about the America's Rifle Challenge, which is a new type of match that the NRA is putting on that revolves around America's Rifle, the AR-15. There are several levels to this match. There's level 1, which focuses on fundamentals and primarily tests positional shooting skills and accuracy skills while being regulated by time limitations. Level 2 is more like the traditional IDPA or USPSA style match, running and gunning, but with AR-15s. Courses of fire are dynamic and generally require movement, positional shooting, shooting from props, barricades, and it tests accuracy under time limitations. Then there's ARC 2 gun, which is like level 2 but incorporates a semi-automatic handgun along with the AR-15 to the dynamic course. For more information and details about the America's Rifle Challenge, please visit arc.nra.org. That's arc.nra.org. There will be a link below for that. Today we're talking about the level 1 type match, which is the very basic level match. Participants are going to need an AR stock rifle. It should be chambered in 223 5.56 or 7.62 308 Win or 300 Blackout. Match directors may allow PCCs chambered in 9mm, 45 auto, or 40 Smith & Wesson in some instances. No select fire, FRTs, or binary triggers are allowed. We do allow SBRs, and we do allow suppressors. Competitors are responsible for complying with all applicable laws. Each participant will need 4 standard capacity magazines not to exceed 30 rounds. You'll need an ECI or an empty chamber indicator or a chamber flag, and at least 92 rounds of ammunition. Not required but nice to have available would be a shooting mat. You'll be firing from the prone, sitting, kneeling, and standing positions. A good quality sling is also recommended. In a level 1 match, there are 4 stages, each with multiple strings of fire. I'm going to give specifics about the strings of fire for each stage as we go through it. Stage 1 is 7 strings of fire with 20 rounds. Stage 2 is 4 strings of fire with 40 rounds. Stage 3 is 3 strings of fire with 20 rounds. And Stage 4 is 1 string of fire with 12 rounds. So that's a total of 92 rounds for the match. Targets are going to be the NRA ARC L1R targets for all level 1 matches. And each competitor will have 2 targets per stage for the first 3 stages. Then static 12-inch steel gong for the 4th stage. Scoring on the L1R target is pretty simple. Inside the 4-inch black ring is no penalty. The 8-inch outer black ring is a plus 1 second penalty. The 12-inch brown ring is a 2-second penalty. The outer target area is a 4-second penalty, and a missed target is a 5-second penalty. Scoring for the first 3 stages is a par time plus penalty, and scoring for stage 4 is a time plus penalty. So stage 4 sets your score for the match, and it's modified by the scores from the first 3 stages. Okay, let's do an example. Let's say you scored plus 4 total in stage 1, plus 12 total in stage 2, plus 18 in stage 3. That gives you plus 34 going into stage 4. In stage 4, you have 90 seconds to fire 12 rounds from the barricade. Scoring for stage 4 is plus 10 seconds for a miss and plus 20 seconds for a failure to engage. So let's say you ran stage 4 in 45 seconds but had 2 misses. Your total for the match would be 45 seconds plus 20 seconds for the 2 misses plus 34 seconds for the first 3 stages for a total of 99 seconds for the match. Now let me tell you about a failure to engage. Remember, you have 12 rounds for stage 4 and 12 stations of fire. That means if you miss, move on. You took a 10-second penalty for the miss already. If you try and reacquire the missed station, you will not have enough ammo in the magazine to finish, which will get you the 20-second failure to engage penalty added on top of the 10-second miss penalty. If you miss, keep going. The other instance of failure to engage penalty would apply if you run out of time. If you still have positions that you have not fired when 90 seconds up, you will receive an FTE penalty for each of those. I've seen the stage run clean in 33 something seconds by a top-notch shooter. I've seen it run where the shooter only made 5 shots in the 90 seconds allotted. So he had 7 20-second penalties for failure to engage. Okay, so let's talk about the stages and strings of fire. For stage 1, you have 7 strings of fire, 3 magazines loaded with 6, 10, and 4 rounds respectively. Strings 1 through 4 will be using the 6-round magazine. String 5 will use the 10-round, and string 6 and 7 will use the 4-round magazine. String 1 is 1 round at the left target in 3 seconds. String 2 is 1 round at the right target in 3 seconds. String 3 is 2 rounds at the left target in 4 seconds. String 4, 2 rounds, right target, 4 seconds. String 5 is a continuous fire drill. You're going to do 5 rounds at the left target and 5 rounds at the right target in 12 seconds. That's with the 10-round magazine. String 6 and string 7 are reload drills, and you're going to do the drill twice. So basically you're going to fire 1 round at the left target, drop your empty magazine, reload, and fire 1 round at the right target, and you have 8 seconds. And you do that twice, once for string 6 and once for string 7. You should have 10 rounds into each target at the end of the stage. Oh, I almost forgot. Stage 1 is fired at 10 yards. Stage 2, we start with different firing positions. So you have 4 strings of fire, 4 magazines loaded with 10 rounds each. String 1 is from the prone position. You have 10 rounds at the left target from 100 yards. That's 45 seconds. String 2 is from the sitting position, 10 rounds at the right target from 50 yards, also 45 seconds. String 3 is from the kneeling position, 10 rounds at the right target from 50 yards, 45 seconds. And finally, string 4 is from the standing position, 10 rounds at the left target at 25 yards, 45 seconds. You should have 20 rounds at each target when you're done with this stage. So stage 3, we add some movement and some positional changes. So you have 3 strings of fire. You're going to use 2 magazines loaded with 10 rounds each. String 1, you're going to start from the standing position at 25 yards. You're going to fire 5 rounds at the right target, engage your safety, drop to kneeling, disengage the safety, 5 rounds at the left target. You have 15 seconds to accomplish that. String 2, you're going to start at the 20-yard line, and you're going to fire 5 rounds at the left target while advancing to the 15-yard line. You have 8 seconds to do that. String 3, you're going to start at the 15-yard line and fire 5 rounds at the right target while advancing to the 10-yard line, and you have 8 seconds to do that. So stage 3 is upping the difficulty a little bit more. Alright, so now you come to stage 4. This is where the money is. You have 1 string of fire, you have 1 magazine loaded with 12 rounds. You're going to use a barricade. You're going to fire at a 12-inch steel gong that's 100 yards out. You're going to start with position 1. You're going to fire 1 round from each position until you get to position 6. Then starting at 6, you're going to fire again, moving back through each of the other positions. You'll fire from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You do not have to engage the safety between positions. You do not have to remove the rifle from position 6 between the 2 shots there. The steel should ring 12 times. And there you have it. That is the NRA's American Rifle Challenge Level 1 match in a nutshell. If you have questions, feel free to ask in the comments.